Fidyah, the penalty for breaking the conditions of Ihram. In a previous video about Ihram, we mentioned many things that were impermissible. As a rule, all of them are sinful if they can be avoided. If they cannot be avoided, like a person who gets lice so bad that they have to prematurely shave their head, then there's no sin in violating the terms of Ihram. However, a person who is obliged or forced to, compelled to do such a violation, still has to pay a penalty. It's just that there's no sin. For the killing of a wild animal, the type of penalty is called jaza' sayd. One must ask at least two scholars for what that entails, as it will vary according to the animal and the conditions in which it was killed. Poisonous and aggressive animals which attack first are exempted from this rule. You can kill them in self-defense, or a snake, or a scorpion, or something of the like. Sexual intercourse, masturbation, and orgasm, which could have been avoided, all of them, they invalidate the Hajj and impose severe penalties as well. For violations having to do with scents, proscribed clothing, meaning those clothes that you're not supposed to wear, and breaking grooming rules, for each violation which lasts longer than half a minute or so, there's a fidyah imposed. If the violation is intended for the entire ihram, or for a day, or for some discrete amount of time, then there's one fidyah for that amount of time. So the example of this would be like a mask. If a person has a necessity to wear a mask and they wish to wear the mask for the entire ihram, then they pay one penalty for it because they intend that from the beginning. Whereas if a person didn't intend to, wear the mask for the entirety of the time before they put it on, if they put it on for like for like 3 minutes, and then they take it off, and then they accidentally put it on for 3 minutes and take it off, they have to have a different fidyah penalty for each time. Fidyah penalty can be discharged in a number of ways. Either a person can give a dam, which is a penalty sacrifice, which is to be sacrificed in the manner of the other hadaya, the other hadis of Hajj, or by distributing about $50 or so to the local poor. The local poor are people who are other Hajjaj who are in financial difficulty. They can also be other poor people in the area. There are no shortage of beggars. The cleaners in the masajid, in the Masjid al-Haram in Medina Munawwara, and in the streets are pretty reliably eligible for this, and many of them are very good people and pious people, and worthy of being given money. So you can, if you wish to, give around $50 to one of them in order to pay off a fidyah, which is cheaper than slaughtering an animal. Or if a person is not able to do any of these things, then a person will give a penalty of fasting. But generally, people who are going to be coming from the United States can financially afford these things, and you don't fast until or unless you're not able to afford them.